Good evening. This is the Town of Rhinebeck regular board meeting for December 11th, 2023. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Elizabeth Spencia and Ed Roberts are both absent. They're both ill. It is not COVID, so I'm sure they'll be up and about again soon. May I have a motion for approval of the regular town board meeting minutes for November 13th? So moved. Second? Second. Any discussion, comments? All in favor? Aye. Aye. The motion passes. We have three public hearings to revise the senior citizen real property tax exemption and to initiate disability real property tax exemptions and volunteer firefighter and volunteer ambulance worker tax exemptions. I'll declare those three hearings open and ask if there are any comments or questions about them. Anybody? All right, now I have a motion to close the hearings, please. Motion. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. A few announcements. We are, again, as we have done every meeting now for quite a long time, asking for volunteers for a variety of open positions in the town. The Conservation Advisory Board has a vacancy, the Planning Board also. I don't think we will have a vacancy any longer on the Zoning Board of Appeals. We will be probably appointing somebody later this evening. And we need somebody for the Board of Assessment Review. So again, we plead with all Rhinebeckians to consider whether they can't help us. We need help. Please, thank you. We're also accepting applications for somebody to serve on the town board starting January 1st. Anybody interested, please let the town clerk know. That will be to complete Josh Pulver's, sorry, thank you. To complete Josh Pulver's term. He resigned a month or 6 weeks ago, unfortunately, and his term will expire at the end of the year, 2024. Remind everybody again, please keep your dogs leashed in the park. I've been down there a lot lately for a couple of reasons. Most people do comply, but almost every time I go down, if the weather is good, somebody will be out with their dog, not on a leash, and it's dangerous and it's against the law. Please keep your dogs leashed in the park. We've received from the Climate Smart Communities group a bronze certification that's from New York State. It comes with an opportunity for a $5,000 grant, we believe, and we will be following up on that. We've also received a certificate of recognition from the Hudson 7 Drinking Water Intermunicipal Council for our good work in that connection. I'm delighted to announce that our pickleball courts are finally completed. They were completed on November 16th. At 11 in the morning, play began almost instantly. I go over almost every day, and there's always somebody there. It can be from 2 people to 16 or 18. It's just, the acceptance has been terrific. Those of you who play and haven't been there yet, try it out. And those of you who don't play, please take a look sometime. They're really gorgeous. I'm very pleased with them. At least I am. Chad?
It was also noted that the nets will stay out throughout the winter, that they're functioning throughout the winter.
That is going to be my recommendation.
Okay.
I think it's a decision for the board.
Okay.
The problem, since Chad has raised the issue, is concern about people shoveling snow or scraping ice off the courts in the wintertime, which can damage the playing surface. And it's a very expensive thing to repair. So I recommend that we try it, that we leave them up. That's what Red Hook is doing, it's what Statsburg is doing. But there's been quite a lot of discussion about this issue because of that concern. So if you're a player, don't damage your own courts. If you're not a player, don't do something to the courts because you want to do something else on the courts, then play pickleball. If this doesn't work, we'll have to take them down, but we're going to give it a try.
Good.
And we'll have a sign up when I can get it finished to alert people to the necessity of not doing these things to the courts.
Thank you.
I think I will go a little bit out of order. We have a couple of people here about cemetery matters in case they don't want to say for everything else. Let's go to item 7, tab 10, please. This is resolution 266 for this year, the disposal of a cemetery leaf blower and a town clerk printer. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Also, please turn to tab 17. This is resolution 273 for this year regarding the award of a bid for construction of signs at the cemetery. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second, please.
Second.
And is there any discussion, comment, questions, anything?
I'm just here in case you need to know anything.
All right.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The motion passes. Thank you, both of you. Thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good seeing you.
Bye, Mickey.
Can I read it out, Chad?
Let's go back, please, to
That
tab 4. At tabs 4, 5, and 6, we have resolutions for the adoption of local laws in regard to senior citizen real property tax exemption, local law, adopting a local law for disability real property tax exemption, and another for a volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers real property tax exemption. The first one of those is an adjustment of the income level, which hasn't been adjusted since 2009. The other two are additional exemptions. Let's take them one at a time. May I have a motion with regard to Resolution 260, the senior citizen exemption?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion, any comments? All in favor?
Need a roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, a roll call? Okay, thank you, Warren.
Thank you.
Roll call. Chad?
Yes.
Vote in favor. Alan?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So local law 260 is adopted. Local law 261, adopting the local law for the disability real property tax exemption. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Roll call.
Aye.
Okay.
All three.
Good man. Thank you.
Thank you, Warren.
Chad?
Aye.
Aye. Alan.
Aye. See if I can get it on the third one, Warren.
3 times. 3 times in your
Third time's the charm. May I have a motion for Resolution 262 with regard to an exemption for volunteer firefighters and ambulance workers?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments, any questions? Roll call vote by order of our council. Chad?
Aye.
Alan?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion carries. I believe I neglected to close the hearings on these exemptions, which we did earlier. Can I have a motion to close the hearing on those 3 exemptions?
So moved.
Second.
And second, any comments?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, did you see anything else, Warren, that you want to be here for?
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, but we are being videoed. Thank you very much.
I'll see you guys.
Feel better.
Thank you, Warren.
All right, tab 4. Resolution 263 is a resolution to adopt a local law. Whoops,
No,
whoops,
that's,
did those.
we just did those.
Got to go down to 263 at tab 7.
Right.
But we just did that as well.
No,
I didn't do this.
tab 7, resolution 263,
Indoor soccer.
and then the
Oh, I'm
recreation
sorry, yes,
program for
yes.
women's indoor soccer. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any comments, questions? All
No.
in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Resolution 264 for this year to approve a recreation department program for adult men's indoor soccer. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any comments or questions? All in
None.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Resolution number 265 for 2023 to approve a recreation program for adult indoor volleyball. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a
Second?
second? Any comments or questions? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Resolution 266
We already did
for
that.
this year,
Yep.
which we did. Thank you. We have an opening, as I said earlier, on the Zoning Board of Appeals. Resolution number 267 for 2023 is with regard to the possible appointment of Brian Normoyle to the unexpired term on the Zoning Board of Appeals to December 31, 2027. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any comments, questions, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Lemoyle. I look forward to working with you. Resolution number 268 for this year is a resolution authorizing the appointment of primary and alternative representatives for the Hudson River Drinking Water Intermunicipal Council, commonly referred to as Hudson 7. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Before we move on, you'll notice in the last resolution, there's a blank for the appointment of an alternative representative in the event for a meeting or another event of the Hudson 7. Supervisor Spincy can't be there. She is the primary representative. She has asked if you would serve as the alternate representative, Chad.
Yes, I will.
Thank you. So Joan, will you take care of that, of course, when you process the resolution? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Resolution 269 for this year is a letter agreement with the Center for Economic and Environmental Partnership, referred to as, I guess it's cheap CWP, with regard to our participating in the Climate Action Planning Institute, referred to commonly as CAPI. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor? Any discussion, questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. Resolution number 270 is for a letter of support and a grant application by the Columbia Greene County Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals. The letter is attached to the resolution. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Please. Any comments, questions, or discussion? All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. And resolution number 271 for 2023 is a shelter contract with the Columbia Greene Humane Society, Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. It's the renewal of an existing contract that expires on December 31st. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Any questions, comments, or discussion? All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes. We have an open position at the Highway Department. Resolution 272 for this year is to hire a full-time heavy equipment operator whose name is Michael Burnett. It's a full-time position at $28.35 per hour with benefits. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Please. Any comments, questions, discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion passes unanimously. We did Resolution 273 earlier while the cemetery people were here. We go on then to Resolution 274. Yes, 274 for 2023. It's an intermunicipal agreement with Dutchess County for certain central purchasing services. It replaces a contract which expired on October 31st. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion, questions, or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. We have another intermunicipal agreement. This one is Resolution 275 with the Rhinebeck Central School District for them to use some of our facilities and for us to use some of their facilities. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments, question, or discussion? May I have a vote? All
Aye.
in favor? Say
Aye.
aye. Motion passes unanimously. We have motion, Resolution 276 for this year, an acceptance of a highway materials bid or bids. May I have a motion, please?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 The motion passes unanimously. And we have an abstract with regard to checks to be paid. It's Resolution 277 for this year. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or comments, discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. We have a capital project abstract for payment of checks in the amount of $260,000. That's Resolution 278 for this year. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any questions, comments, or discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes unanimously. We have a motion that was not in our books originally. It's motion, Resolution 280 for the attendance by Chad to a training program that is presented by the Association of Towns, asking us to authorize him to attend at the expense of the town not to exceed $800. I will make the motion since Chad has a certain conflict. Can you second it?
Second.
All right. Motion's made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes unanimously. I'm glad you're doing that, Chad. It's a very good idea. Okay. Back to
You
the
skipped
agenda.
279,
Beg pardon?
279 budget transfers.
Did I miss 279?
280.
The one we just did was 280.
Okay.
Correct.
There's no
There is no
there's
279.
no resolution attached to it, or,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
yes,
no,
it
thanks,
just
Joe.
looked-
Yeah.
It's just
Budget
formatted
transfer.
differently.
yeah, it is, that's right. Resolution 279, some budget transfers and amendments. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any comments, questions, or discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Okay, now we go back.
Boy.
Any new business? Anybody? Okay, hearing none. I'm going to table the discussion items for our next meeting pertaining to an intermunicipal agreement with the town of Milan for the dog kennel and regarding benches and other items in the park. Any comment from anybody on any non-agenda items?
No.
Motion to
Well,
adjourn?
I just wanted, I think I warned you before we started the meeting. our solar panels on the 4 buildings in the town, the town hall here, the highway garage,
Pool.
the pool and the transfer station haven't been maintained in years. And there's some, and the village had some problems with theirs, with some of the electronics that convert solar panel direct current into alternating current to go onto the grid. And so I'm going to investigate what it's going to take to at least find out what's going on with our stuff.
Is service holding up so far? You can't tell?
It's hard to tell.
Hard to tell, okay.
So are you looking for the
No.
same company to come in and do a
Yeah,
checkup?
I'm gonna call the people that installed it
Okay.
and have them take a look at it.
Good.
Good
Thank you.
assessment, I guess.
Way to be on the ball.
Well, it turns out the village had a problem with their inverters and so I got a heads
Sort
up
of,
from
yeah.
Gary, who
That's
was
a
in the
good idea.
business.
Good. All right, motion to adjourn?
Second.
Seconded from the floor.
Boy,
Thank you all.